Hey everyone, my name is Matt. Welcome back to the home addition remodel thing we're doing here in the backyard. Today we're going to start on some wall framing, which is going to transform the space into like the actual space finally. I think that's going to be pretty darn nice. So before we jump into actually working, Donovan's actually been doing a lot of the plate layouts this morning, and we're going to do a quick plans review just to give everyone a better idea of what it is we're building here today. Otherwise, a lot of this might not make sense. So we're going to start off with kind of an elevation view here of the sunroom area that we're working on. So we're not doing this quite yet, but we're doing that area there. Is that right?
That's what we're going to attempt. So this will be the 5 windows that are going to go on. That'll be facing to the east. We've got 1 stationary window, and then we've got 2 crank out windows on either side of that. And the way it's been drawn by the architect is they're both inside and outside. It's all trimmed. So it'll be all trimmed around here, and then when we go to the inside, so this is that same elevation. So that's the center window and the 2 operable windows. What complicates this a little bit is because of the foundation we did, both of these walls, in order to even it out, are going to be about 10¼ inches.
Thick.
And that shows up on the plan a little bit better. Because of the way we light the ICFs on this, they're 13 inches wide, and we've got about 2 inches of foam that overlapped onto the old garage right by the dust collector. It's right there. There's the dust collector.
Uh-huh.
So the concrete matches, the inside of the concrete and the outside of the block actually match up. But that makes this wall, in order to line up in here, about 10¼ inches. So what we've done is this wall over here is going to be the same, be about 10¼ inches deep on the framing. So then we have to start laying out all of our walls so that everything is the same. So these are going to be 2x6s, double 2x6s for each one of these, and then these will be a little bit narrower for the casing in here, and then it'll be mirrored on this side. So everything will look symmetrical when we're done. So here's those 2 walls. So we've got, this is where our double 2x6s wall is going to be, here and here. That inside casing, that'd be the corner. These are the 2 corners. Will be a little bit narrower. Those will match. That'll match, and then we go into our door.
So there really isn't a whole lot of like
There's
wall.
the only on the inside of these 2 walls and the outside, it's all trim. There's no, it'll be drywall because we'll just put the drywall on, but there's nothing you'll see from this point all the way around to here on the inside and outside will be all trim. No siding. So layout's fairly important, so that we keep all of these things symmetrical inside and out. The architect did spend a lot of time in it, and we talked a bunch about how to lay it out, and we didn't want to have a bunch of different dimensions and sizes, so he was able to lay out with stock windows. So these aren't going to be custom windows. They're the Marvin window, but they were pulling it off of their out of their catalog, and we're able to make that work without going to custom sizes, which actually would raise the cost higher. We got 1 small window here, and actually it's going to get real. I don't remember the size on this one, but this
I
is
think it's 18 inches.
It's pretty small, and it'll be a stationary window. And then we have gutters coming down in here, so we have all of our drainage coming in here. And then we've got 2 windows in here that I believe are crankouts.
Yes.
I have to look at that. And then, but these are they're gonna be, like I said, they're gonna be really thick. And then on the door, we're gonna do the door so the extension jamb. Normally you'd put extension jambs on windows and doors on the inside. But if we did that, we wouldn't be able to open this door as far.
Right. Yeah, because
So
the hinge point would be.
the hinge point's going to be well inside the wall, on that thick of a wall. So this door is going to come, so all the extension is on the outside.
Mm-hmm.
So the door will be, and it'll be, when on the inside here, this will be flush.
It's closed.
When it's closed, it'll be flush, just the thickness of the casing back, and then it'll be inset.
We have a little bit of actual wall, which would be the future pantry.
Yep.
And then where's the current exterior wall in this plan?
This is the original house is right here, and this is where the first addition that was done 15 years ago, whatever it was.
Yeah, so that line right there is this current wall right here. That wall goes away.
And then we've got LVLs that'll be going in there to carry that weight for the second floor above and the roof.
Yep. So that's a little bit down the road, but I figured it'd be worth mentioning now if you're talking about the general kind of framing of this this kind of area.
Yep.
So other than that, so we got what, 2 different thickness walls or three different thickness walls?
Yeah, because the interior walls are 2x4. This will be a 2x6 wall. This is 10 1/4 inches. So what we'll do is on this wall it'll be a 2x6 wall, and then we'll set another 2x4 wall in front of it.
I don't know. I think the layout's the hardest part of this.
Yeah, it's getting the layout and making sure that, because there's no, on this one, there's no, like, oh, if the window's a 1/2 inch to one side or the other, it doesn't really matter. This one, it really matters, because we got 5 windows that are all evenly spaced and meet wall to wall. So it does make a difference. We did like those there, if it was a 1/2 inch one way or another, it doesn't make any difference.
Right. You're never going to tell.
You never tell.
Yeah.
This one, you will tell. So next step is we need to go up here on the top, and we got to first figure out this rot, because
Yeah, I guess it's probably worth figuring out.
we got to take that apart. And then, so what we'll do is we got to figure out where up there where our ceiling height is, and then over here the same thing in our ceiling height, so that we'll put another LVL in here. So once we have that established, that height, then we'll be able to figure out what our the heights of our studs are.
That's a good sequencing step.
Yep.
That's very important.
And then we'll cut the studs to match that for the outside, and we'll cut all of those.
So, remodeling is a little bit different because you have to match things.
Yep.
A lot of times. So it's
Like here, we've got this floor, we light it up, so we cut back inside there so we could see where the top of the floor is. That's what we lined up with.
So we're doing the same thing here, lining up with the ceiling.
That one we were doing the top, the floor was the top, the ceiling we're doing the bottom.
The absolute contrast between precision to just like
It's coming out, it ain't going back in.
oh yeah, that's pretty. Is it mushy?
Yep. This is okay up here though.
The insulation area, the base.
It's not as bad as I thought it might be. Okay.
So after a little bit of exploring in here, we found our final wall height, which is 97 1/8, minus our 2 plates, takes us to 92 5/8. So Matt's gonna go cut a bunch of studs now. a wall, huh?
Well, then we'll build the inserts
Yeah.
because our headers are on top of the wall.
That's gonna be nice.
So then we'll just build these inserts.
Yeah.
And then just screw them in. So we'll just do a little assembly line.
Yeah. So we'll lift this and then do all the inserts and everything. Yeah. Ready? That's pretty damn close. Let me know where. Okay. So unfortunately, that's going to be all the progress today. So we were, well, it's like 1 o'clock, and we're getting ready to install the ledger up there, where all the joists will hang from, or the ceiling joists. We found out that our pile of lumber we got yesterday, the LVLs they sent out are 18 footers, and those are too short for here. We need 20s, or I guess technically to be cut to 19 and change. But yeah, LVLs are too short, so we're done. The constant theme we're having here is every Wednesday is just like a bad day. Something always goes wrong on Wednesday. It always ends up being a short day. So anyway, we're very consistent with that theme. So for the rest of, well, for a little bit today, I'm just going to keep plugging away, staging materials for tomorrow, bring over the trusses, bring over some of the sheathing, get things a little more organized. And that's going to be it for me today. And we'll see you tomorrow. And we're going to have our proper length LVLs to install. Happy Thursday, everybody. Hopefully today goes a little better than yesterday. It's not a Wednesday, so it should go better.
It has to go better.
I mean, if we go off of what's happened historically, Thursday is usually pretty good. So Donovan picked up our 20-foot LVLs yesterday, so those are here and ready to go. Do a little layout work, and then we'll get back to actually working. I think you're getting ready to cut the wall, the hole in the wall, or the line in the wall.
We're gonna do a lot of things today. We're gonna build a house today.
The whole house.
Whole house.
So you say you're gonna make this cut up here because in the future we're gonna have to cut it anyway.
Yeah, I gotta cut about 1 inch out of that OSB all the way across. Otherwise, it'll stick down into the ceiling later.
Saving work for later.
Yeah. Where's the chainsaw?
That's why you get paid the big bucks. You're thinking,
I'm getting paid big bucks to do this?
surprise!
Wow! Yay!
You want to see how this fits before I cut them all? That's a smart idea? Maybe? This one's a little tight.
We'll adjust. And actually, it's got a big spread in that 2x right there.
Oh yeah, okay. You are so good at that.
I can snap a line. Ready to go up?
I'd be fast. I only cut 12 pieces of blocking or whatever. And you're ready to get to stand up the wall.
Now I gotta figure out how to get up there.
Get more limber.
man farting around, and you got skills there, dude.
I got this, don't worry.
Yeah, funk.
Oh, okay. Gotta hit into the house.
Yep. All right, I gotta trim that a little bit more. That's actually pretty good. You want to check the outside?
Sure.
We'll have to pull that one down there. I do want at the bottom, very bottom, into the plate. All right, let me check this other end. Very, very acceptable.
Very acceptable. I like it. That's the standard. Very acceptable.
6.5 inches off of the subfloor.
So with that number, we're gonna find the height of
The fill.
all of our filler pieces. Oh, that's cool. Look at you. Using a speed square, all speedy. 5/8? 4 5/8? That
4 5/8.
tiny pieces. So what we just laid out here, that is the bottom of the rough opening. And that's gonna set the same height for all the other window heights. It's all based off that one door.
Yep.
Did I do that right? I've heard that.
Were you
I've heard
talking?
that-
Were you
I've heard that
talking?
so many times now.
I don't
The
know.
door sets the height for all the windows.
Yes. You were. I'm not paying attention to what you're saying. So.
It's okay. You're off in your own thinking land.
Yeah. So this is a rough opening for our door, which sets the rough opening for all the top of our windows.
Right. So we have 2 plates and then some little tiny cripple things for nailers, essentially.
We're gonna do it differently.
He was switching up on me. I just figured out what we're doing.
So now I'm gonna need to have you rip.
Oh, good.
We're just gonna take a 2x6
Uh-huh.
and rip it 4 5/8. The same length as your. So your.
Oh, we're just going to kind of lay it in?
Yep. We're gonna lay it in on the face here
Yep. I'm following this
and
now.
block that in solid.
It's like a fake header.
Yippers.
You know, use more material. Good idea.
Burn it up. We got so much material here, we don't know what to do with it. We just gotta burn it up. We want to go to 64th on framing.
What's the number in 64? The metric people will love that one.
Yeah. 1/64 above 5/8.
I can do that. Just a little.
Or we can just do 4 5/8.
We'll see. Does it fit? Maybe?
It's going to.
Oh, good. All right, I got all the, is there an official term for those? Sills?
So
Slash fake headers?
fake headers,
Block thing? I don't know.
wood to fill in the hole.
I got all these ready to go. So those are all the horizontals. I'm gonna start cutting the vertical blockings, which are gonna go down in here. So I'm gonna go cut 20 pieces at 10 1/4.
Yep.
Well, Donovan installs all these things we don't have a name for. I'm sure someone will tell you what the real name is.
Somebody will correct it.
So there's always someone to correct us. Don't worry. That's the one thing you know will always happen.
Yep.
The one certainty in all of this.
Yep, we will be corrected.
You're doing it wrong!
Always doing it wrong.
Oh, look at that fit. Drop right in.
Precision. Precision. At its very best. Or something. Try to clear a jam on a roofing gun without unplugging it.
Yeah. Yeah. Is that why you unplugged them first?
So I ended up leaving. I had to go in for surgery because the boss stage has the metal, it's the welded strips. So when I pulled it out, it left the metal in my hand, like right between the bones.
Yeah.
So I'm like, it's gonna move in your hand and jam up there. So
That's not a good place to leave stuff. Okay, all of our rough openings for our windows are there, which is pretty darn cool. We are shifting gears here now. So working on the ledger that goes up there on the house.
Super interesting.
With the commentary.
There we go.
Nice. So that'll give us a really nice clean line when we remove this wall.
Yep.
All the way.
Because that's our ceiling. 15 by 47.
Okay, so first thing, we're gonna cut a little patch to replace that that rod section there. All patched up.
All pretty. Oh, here and a little bit. There. You're out of nails.
You did it on purpose, didn't you? Look,
If I could have tried, yes.
there's only 2 nails in here, haha. Okay, all our joist hangers are laid out. How many are there now? Did you count?
Not yet.
How many nails per hanger? 8?
What?
Is that what it was? 8? I think it was 8.
8 per
3 inch?
8 per joist hanger. 2 joists or 2 hangers per joist because it's both sides
Yeah.
now. And
So 16 nails per joist. What do we got here? Let's have a fun game. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Who's good at math? 14 times 8. A lot. No, 16. 14 times 16.
229 and a half.
Oh man, that's gonna be a lot of nails. What? That was your line? You know, that's better than going the other way.
Oh yeah, I would be pretty peeved because the outside ones are longer. Actually, go back, leave your end down. Done. Done? No, you got enough?
Yep, I'm good.
That looks
I mean,
that's
pretty straight. We got top plate sitting up there, ready to be nailed on. We just checked the wall. It's straight. No need for correction. So Donovan's gonna keep working on this side. I'm gonna go play joist hanger.
go up with your end.
Set it here for a second.
Yep.
Smash my head.
Yep. All right, go your way a little ways so I can get past. Yep, I'm not quite past yet. All right, let me grab my suck my gut. Suck the gut in. All right, I'm gonna come up with my end.
Good.
Yep, just set her up there.
Time to measure for our joist. I don't know why I couldn't think of that.
Come back.
Very odd.
And did we plumb that? Did we check that for plumb that in?
I'll check it again, but I've checked it. Man. No, that's still.
Dead on?
Yeah.
Huh.
So here's our difference is this. We're a little longer on this end because of how the house kind of met up over here. So every joist is going to be custom-ish, progressively longer or shorter depending on what end you start on. Yeah. What is it, an inch? Is that what it was?
Yeah, well, 3/4.
3/4 over 20 feet. 19 feet.
Trim saw. Finished trim saw with the carbide blade. Okay.
You good?
Yep. No, go ahead and
Am I in?
go. Put her home.
Really? That's it? Okay. There you go. Thank you.
You may have to go way up in order for me to clear. Alright, now you can come back. You again?
Yeah, you wanna come? I'm all the way. I'm all the way in. This way. You're an apprentice. Can't swing a hammer straight.
Now. Good? Don't bang the light. Don't drop the drill over the side of the thing. There we go. Oh, that's much better. I like it.
Good?
Yep.
Alright. Set it at home. Oh. Joyce. You happy?
I'm happy.
It's better than
It's
yesterday?
not Wednesday.
It's not a Wednesday?
Yep, it's not a Wednesday.
Wednesdays are not the day for us at all. So now we have, actually, what did we do today? We did all of the rough opening finale stuff all the way around. We put this wall here. This wasn't even here this morning.
Nope.
And we got our ledgers and our rim, or one ledger and one rim joist and all of the ceiling joists installed.
Yep.
Now it's like an actual, if I walk back here, it's like an actual
So I feel like a room.
room kind of thing. Very weird. Very bizarre. How cool is this? How cool is this?
You filled it in with dirt?
Oh yeah, a while ago. On Monday.
Nope, guys.
No. Stay in the room.
Gotta stay in there. You can't be on there. That gets slippery and people fall down.
We learned that this morning.
Yeah, I did.
So I think that's gonna do it for this one. Tomorrow we're gonna get back to this and put like a roof thing on.
Put a roof on. We're gonna close it in.
Or do some sheathing, essentially. So we'll see you tomorrow for all that. So thank you as always for watching. I greatly appreciate it. If you have any questions or comments on the home edition or anything in the shop or anything for Donovan, make sure you ask him lots of questions.
I know nothing.
Please feel free to leave me a comment. As always, I'll be happy to answer any questions you might have. And until next time, happy woodworking. Because we did wood. There's wood in here now. It's wood. It's not just concrete anymore.